So, imagine that this is your hair right after you finish styling it. Gotta say, it looks pretty good. You did a good job. However, if you made some of the hairstyling mistakes in this video, your hair's gonna go from this to this in like half an hour. Right, well, I ordered this stuff off of Amazon yesterday, and it came today, so I just wanted an excuse to play with it. That's it. Hey, what's up guys? My name is Joe, and as you've probably figured out, today's video is common hairstyling mistakes that are common, hence why I said it in the sentence. So I'll be going over 3 common mistakes. Just so you guys know, I did make a how to apply hair product to your hair video 2 weeks ago where I talked about a few more mistakes, so I would recommend watching that. If you haven't, you can check it out here. Click that I button. I cover more mistakes in that video that I don't talk about here because I've already talked about them there. So these are 3 new hairstyling mistakes that men make because I don't know why you make them. Let's start out with tip number 1. The first and most popular mistake that I see happen is people picking out the wrong product for their hair. Let me go ahead and break it down for you. There are tons of categories of hair products, and under each of those categories there are tons of variations within each category. So then, to conclude, there are tons of hair products meant to do tons of different things. For example, category-wise, you've got hair pomades, you've got hair waxes, you've got hair clays, you've got gels. It's important to do a little bit of research basically before you buy hair products. You know, if you're interested in the hair product, check out its description, check out its instructions, check out the hair type that it's suggested for, and if you stumble across a website where the product doesn't leave that information, then that's bad marketing on their part. That's bad. Let's use my friend Tom as an example. So in my right hand, I've got Moroccan texture paste that works quite well for people with thinner hair. And in my left hand, I've got the Damon Barber Clay Pomade, which works quite well for people with thicker hair. My friend Tom has thick hair, so let's see what happens. So exciting. Go ahead and take a seat, Tom. You can say hi to everyone.
Was it rolling?
Yeah.
Hello everyone.
So basically, Tom has thick hair, and it's obviously a lot shorter than mine. What we're going to do right now is Tom's going to go get his hair wet, and then we're going to style it. Alright guys, so I'm going to style Tom's hair twice, and for both times I'm using Original by BluMaan as the pre-styler before we blow dry, and then I'll be using 2 different products as the post-styler to show you the differences that I was talking about. So like I said, Tom's hair is pretty thick, and so for the first attempt we're going to be using Mr. Pompadour's Moroccan texture paste. It is a good product, but it works best for people with thinner hair. Keep in mind though at the same time that Tom's hair is so short at the moment that it's going to be hard for a product to not work in his hair because it doesn't take that much effort to keep his hair up. That being said, I'm focusing on the texture of the outcome. As you can see, it's definitely a valid hairstyle, but in terms of texture, when it comes to Tom's thickness, if he uses a type of clay, then he's going to have a lot more texture and his hair is going to look a little bit more live than it does right now. So with that being said, let's move on to product number 2. So once again, we are using Original by BluMaan as the pre-styler because it's fantastic, I'm telling you. And this time we're going to finish with a thicker product. This is the Damon Barber's Clay Pomade. Even though it's called a pomade, it does leave a matte finish. Right, I finished applying it, and as you can see, compared to the first hairstyle, it definitely looks similar, but there's more texture throughout the front, throughout the whole head of hair actually. It looks alive, it's reworkable, and all in all, it's the right type of product for Tom's hair.
Do I get to say bye?
Yeah, you can say bye.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Right. Thank you for having me, Joe, and everyone.
So there you go. Thanks, Tom, for that. In case you want some more information about what hair products do what, I have made a video a long time ago now explaining the difference between clays, waxes, pomades, and gels, I believe. So you can find that right here as well. There's the I button, and I'll link that in the description down below too. Styling mistake number 2. Attempting to style your hair based off inspiration of someone who doesn't have the same hair type as you. Just like products, there is a huge amount of hair textures as well. Just different types of hair in general. Having a solid idea of what your hair type is going to help you pick out the hairstyles that will work for you in the first place. So there's two categories when it comes to hair. There's thickness level and there is the texture type. Is that right? Yes, just checking my notes. So in the thickness level, you've got thin hair. You also have quote-unquote normal hair, which is in between thin to thick. And then you've got thick hair, which is the hair category that my hair falls under. And this hair type can get away with using much heavier products that would normally weigh down someone with thinner hair. So in terms of products, stronghold waxes work and like thicker clays work really well. Now as for the texture, you've got straight hair, wavy hair, and just straight up curly hair. And then of course there's a variation in between. Again, let's go for an example because I find that people learn best through practical examples, or at least I do anyways. So let's pretend for a second that I wanted to change things up and go for a shorter hairstyle. If I were to do so, my results would be closer to like Robert Downey Jr. here in this photo, as compared to like Zac Efron in this photo. Robert's hair is thicker and it has a similar texture to mine, whereas Zac Efron's is thinner, but he also has a lot. There are similarities in both hairstyles, but the texture is different, so there is, you know, that slight difference basically. And the third and final mistake that I have witnessed or heard about. This is the improper / no use of styling tools. Starting out with brushes and combs, depending on the type that you use, you're gonna get different results. So for example, using me, I love examples. Paddle brushes give me great control and the teeth are wide enough so that they don't pull and tug at my hair. They also help me really straighten out my naturally wavy hair. And I also use my paddle brush to build volume in the front. Alright, well that was about brushes and now about blow dryers, and I'm going to finish the video. The biggest tip that I have about blow dryers is if you're going to use one, blow dry your hair until your hair is completely dry. There's not a little bit of dampness, there's not moisture left, it's dry 100%. When you blow dry your hair from wet to dry, you're forcing your hair in the direction that you want it to go in the best possible way that you can. If your hair is still slightly wet by the time you finish blow drying, then it's going to set into its more natural state rather than listening to what you are trying to tell it to do. Blow dry all the way through and it's going to listen better. Just so you guys know, orders for Original by BluMaan are back open. You can go check it out, BluMaan.com, also in the description. There's just loads in the description today, so make sure you check everything out. Orders being open is one of them. If you ordered way back when pre-orders were open and you haven't received that product yet, no need to stress. We're still getting it into like Europe and other places in the US. It's being shipped out. Loads of people have gotten it, so. But I am also one of those people who have not gotten my own product in its official jar yet, so I'm with you guys waiting on that. Other than that, social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter is in the description down below. Check out Instagram, I've got some cool photos on there that have been recently taken. Thank you guys for watching this week's video, and I'll see everyone next time.